So many in Hollywood are suing or potentially suing Disney, with a number of names coming up after Gina Carano said she is indeed suing Disney. Those names include people like Roseanne Barr, Johnny Depp, so many others. Now, regardless, Carano is putting on blast the hypocrisy from a company that went after Johnny Depp, that tried to destroy his life, firing him more while standing with Amber Heard, by saying, well, that company said that they stand with women. You know, the force is female. They love strong, independent women. That's why they take those stances. But hey, they went after me. And they fired others. Like I said, more lawsuits incoming. Now, Carano actually adds legitimacy to this too by saying that X or Twitter had hired lawyers not only to look into her story, but to others as well. Many others. To make this very clear too, I am not saying that Elon Musk would back a Johnny Depp lawsuit. What I'm saying is that you're going to have a lot of incoming lawsuits. Some of them I think will be backed by Elon because he hates Disney. This will set precedent. And Johnny Depp, I think he has a great case because a lot of what happened to him, it wasn't just an article. It was Twitter, and behind the scenes, Twitter did some nasty stuff under prior management. They were allowing targeting. They were allowing the noise and the amplification. We have seen proof of what they let happen. It doesn't happen organically. They allowed this stuff to manifest. Yeah, the bullying and harassment, the firing, the stuff that Disney has allowed, it may just come back to them. You and I, we're going to talk about this today too. Oh, fun times, huh? Fun times indeed. All right, so hey there to all you fine folks on this fine day. By the way, I hope you are doing excellently. Man, Hollywood is suing Disney. I mean, you have dozens and dozens of names that are coming up after Gina Carano has filed a lawsuit against them with the help of Elon Musk. Now, the beauty of Carano's lawsuit isn't just that it sets precedent where other names will sue, not can, but will sue. Mark my words, we're going to have a lot of lawsuits snowball from this, but it also calls out the hypocrisy from the same company that decided they would brigade against not just Gina Carano, but people like Johnny Depp. Why? Well, they stand with women. They listen and believe unless that person doesn't comply or lockstep. That's what Carano is pointing out. I mean, check out the hypocrisy that's noted here. So she notes after 2 seasons of being on The Mandalorian, she was fired, and all because she dared voice her own opinion on social media platforms and everywhere where she stood up to an online bullying mob. Then she points out that Disney's wrath over their employees' social media posts also differ depending on sex. That's interesting, isn't it? Because even though the force is female, defendant chose to target a woman while looking the other way when it came to men. While Carano was fired, defendant took no action against male actors who took equally and more vigorous and controversial positions on social media. Now, not only is this hypocrisy highlighted repeatedly throughout this lawsuit, but it goes further. It goes into the idea of blacklisting. And again, this is an amazing conversation considering the high-profile stance that Disney has taken repeatedly on the subject matter of listening to women. Again, behind the scenes, that was the reason that they fired Johnny Depp. They didn't want anything connected to them. They were afraid of the blowback. You know, they listen and believe. Yeah, not only do they not listen and believe, but they allegedly took other retaliatory actions, not only in firing, but in limiting Carano's career. I mean, listen to this here. In her post, Carano expressed her personal political views, opinions, and beliefs. Now, in retaliation for Carano's exercise of her free speech rights, defendant terminated Carano's employment and took other retaliatory actions to limit and deny her future employment opportunities, including but not limited to making maliciously false statements about Carano with the intention of damaging her reputation and thus her ability to find and retain work. It sounds like other things we have heard. Other examples, yeah, like I said, snowball effect. Precedent here. This is how they get sued by all of Hollywood. Further, defendant treated Carano differently than her similarly situated male co-workers who likewise expressed their personal political views on social media, but upon information and belief were not counseled or disciplined, little alone terminated. Now, on top of that, there's the similarities that many actors have faced as well when they're dealing with Disney. Behind the scenes, they love you until they don't love you. And it's amazing watching them turn on people real time. Here in the lawsuit, Gina Carano points out how they loved her in November 2020. They were emailing her, telling her, hey, just wanted to let you know, people love the episode you were in today. They love you there. We knew they would too. Congratulations. She even had Disney brass, Lucasfilm president Kathleen Kennedy, confirming that she was going to be part of spin-offs from this. She would have other employment opportunities. Yeah, again, reminds me of Pirates of the Caribbean. Then suddenly, something happens. And again, I'm not comparing one incident to another, saying that this stuff is exactly uniform. What I'm saying is, behind the scenes, they love you until they decide that you're no longer useful. Then they throw you to the side. They treat you like garbage, and they make statements. They made statements about Carano, where again, they destroy her opportunities, and Disney did the same exact thing. Not just to people like Johnny Depp, but they did it to other people as well. And this kind of stuff, yeah, you might just see them pay for this, and they're going to pay a heavy premium if this stuff actually works out. Now, Carano actually made a public statement about this too. And the part I found really fascinating in her statement was talking about how after Elon Musk had posted about if you'd been fired from using the platform to exercise your free speech, he'd like to offer legal representation. So she thought, hey, this is interesting, but I don't think anything will happen. Well, not only did she get contacted and it happened, but you had Twitter looking into many stories, not just hers, but many others. You can see that sticking out. That says quite a bit. Now, I'm not saying that Elon Musk in any way, shape, or form would actually stand with a Johnny Depp. I think it would be quite the contrary. Even if you would, I don't think a Depp would actually take that, nor would he actually need it. What I'm saying here, though, is you, best case scenario, have the hypocrisy of Disney, the company that stood with Amber Heard again on Listen and Believe and standing with women, targeting multiple women, trying to destroy their lives. They may end up losing. Even if they don't, they get called out on this publicly. And if this lawsuit hits, they got a real problem.